All right, today is Thursday, February the 3rd. You need to click on your English course. You need to go into your English course. We are going to go down to third 9 weeks. You are going to scroll down to week 5, January 31st through February the 4th. Today is Thursday, February the 3rd, and it says we are going to do ACAP bell ringer 1322, grammar, hyphens, the giver, utopia mind map. Okay, so we are about to start another novel, and it is called The Giver. All right, click on February the 3rd, ACAP bell ringer. It's the first thing we're going to do. I'm going to go ahead and make sure that I have it enabled. Everything's good to go. Okay. All right, questions. Number 1. Remember, when you get on the ACAP or any kind of major test, the first thing you want to do is to read the question and figure out what the question is asking of you. Okay, so for number 1 on here, it is, which is the best analysis of the dramatic convention used in sections 2 and 3. Okay, so you want to find, first of all, this is the excerpt from I Have a Dream by Martin Luther King Jr. Okay, you're looking specifically at 2 and 3. All right, analysis. This is kind of like a summary. Okay, dramatic means hyped up. It has a punch to it. Okay, that is number 1. Number 2. In this excerpt, the reader knows more about Timothy than his mother and sister. However, if the author had chosen to focus on all 3 characters equally, the point of view of the passage would change and therefore possibly create a different level of suspense. What would the point of view be called if the author had focused his attention equally on the thoughts, actions, and feelings of all of these characters? Okay? I will say that you do have a definition to this. We defined them back before Christmas break. And I know that that has been a very, very long time ago, but it was called literary terms you have to know. And there were, I think, 50 of them. But you should have a document in your drive, okay, from where you did an activity that will have the definitions for this on here. All right, number 3, which is an example of ironic circumstances. Ironic means that it's kind of crazy, that you don't really expect it to happen, but maybe it does happen. It's ironic. AG or Shop, y'all want to add to that? Anybody? Ironic, what the word ironic means? No, that's a hyperbole. Oh, wait.
All I can think of is Alanis Morissette.
Isn't ironic?
Yeah, y'all probably don't know that.
Okay. Let's see. Let me see if I can give you a good definition. Happening in the opposite way to what is expected and typically causing wry amusement because of this. Okay, so it's the opposite of what you think happens is going to happens. Okay, the opposite of what you think is going to happens. Like, it's ironic that it happened the way that it happened. Okay?
Like if you're eating lunch and you need a fork, but all you have is like a million spoons, it's ironic that you can't find a fork.
Okay. All right. Excerpt from Norse Mythology Part D. The question says, read the passage. Look at the underlined section marked number 28. There may be a mistake in the way the sentence is written. If you find a mistake, choose the answer that corrects the mistake. If there is no mistake, choose correct as is. Okay? So you are looking specifically at the part that is marked 28, and that is going to be here. Now, do you have to read this whole passage to get this? No. Okay. Number 5, which statement avoids redundancy of language? And there are answer choices. You just have to, yours will look different than mine. All right, the small time redundancy means repeating something over and over. Okay, you don't ever want to be redundant. You want to say what you have to say and get it out using clear, concise wording. Okay. All right, the small, tiny house was nestled in the countryside. The still, quiet house was nestled in the countryside. The huge, enormous house was nestled in the countryside. The gigantic brick house was nestled in the countryside. Okay, I feel like that one should be fairly easy. When you finish that, you are going to submit. Raise your hand if you're still working.
Step on the toes.
Okay, I'm assuming scroll to submit. Scroll all the way to the bottom and hover over in the left-hand side. Hover over down in the bottom in the left-hand side. Hover over down in the bottom over and like just click around, and you'll finally see something that says review and submit. Okay. Awesome. Oh, Jameson.
You made the same thing.
Okay. All right. So once everybody is finished with this, what I want you to do is go back to Thursday, February the 3rd. Okay. Shh. All right. You are going to click on hyphens and apostrophes. Hyphens and apostrophes. All right. And then you are going to click open assignment with Cami. Hyphens and apostrophes, open assignment with Cami. Okay. So the first thing that we are going to do is we are going to go through and read this information. All right, 10-minute grammar, apostrophes and hyphens. Students should understand that apostrophes can be used to show possession. I want you to highlight that. Okay?
Hold on, you're moving way too fast.
All right, apostrophes can be used to show possession. All right, you are going to click on the markup. And then you are going to go down to, I like the box highlighter. Okay. All right, apostrophes can be used to show possession. Add an apostrophe plus S to singular nouns if they already end in S, or to plural nouns that don't end in S. But add only an apostrophe to a plural noun that ends in S. Okay? So let me give you some examples here. All right, shoe. What I would do is add shoes. Is that better? All right, if the noun is already plural, like girls, or we're trying to make it plural possessive, we have the S and then we add an apostrophe to the end of the S. Okay? Yeah.
You got any more tissue, Miss Willis?
Maybe in the back counter. Yeah, we can go ahead. Hey, Okay. All right, listen, you're not going to disrupt my class looking for a tissue. All right, is everybody with me on this part? I need for you to get with me. Yes, you need to write the example. Okay? All right, apostrophes can be used to show that some letters have been omitted in a contraction like can't or won't. Okay, what are the words for can't or won't? Can, not, will not. Okay? And I would highlight some letters have been omitted in contractions. All right. Should apostrophes are not needed to make plurals. Okay. And should never be used to show possession with personal pronouns. Now, what are personal pronouns? I, me, my, you would be one. Okay, so what this is saying is that we cannot say I's. This is not okay. Okay. Shh. All right, hyphens are used to create compound words when two words are put together are not found in the dictionary, like mother-in-law. Okay, hyphens are used to create compound words. We're going to highlight this. Hyphens are used to create compound words.
Hey, how do you get your thing to do that? Like, how do you get? You see how you got the 4 little marks right there, or your mouse?
I clicked on the sidebar. Okay. Two words put together are not found in the dictionary. All right, you should hyphenate two words that come before a noun and act as a single adjective to describe that noun. All right, you should hyphenate compound number like 23 and spelled out fractions like 1/3. All right, by the time we finish this, you should be able to use apostrophes and hyphens correctly in words and sentences, identify and correct errors with hyphens and apostrophes, and avoid common errors with hyphens and apostrophes in your own writing. Okay? I'm going to give you a minute or two to make sure that you have highlighted everything that I have highlighted and written in some specific examples here. Okay? All right, so we're going to scroll down to the next page. Okay, apostrophes, day 1. Apostrophes can show possession. Add apostrophe S to singular nouns or to plural nouns that don't end in S. Okay? I'm going to highlight that. But add only the apostrophe to a plural noun that ends in S. Now that's kind of like that example that I gave you earlier. Okay? Girls would be S apostrophe. Okay, if I'm talking about a singular girl, though, it is going to be GIRL apostrophe S. So S apostrophe equals plural, and apostrophe S equals what? Singular. All right, y'all with me?
Yes.
Okay. I don't think. I'll slow down. All right, it says in each sentence, add an apostrophe or an apostrophe with an S to the bold word. Okay? So, number one, the monkey's banana fell out of his hand. What do we need to do? The monkey banana fell out of his hand. It should be monkeys. We need to make it possessive. Okay, so I'm going to go right here and put in apostrophe S. All right, I'm going to see if I can borrow my parents' car. Put an apostrophe because it's already plural. All right, Sarah just went to the women's bathroom. She'll be right back. Apostrophe. Okay. Jack and Jill. Apostrophe S. All right, apostrophes can show that letters have been omitted in a contraction. In each sentence, use an apostrophe to combine two of the words into a contraction. Okay? We were supposed to meet at the restaurant, but she didn't come. What word can be combined to create a contraction? Huh? All right, did and not. So I'm going to highlight did and not. Now, what would I type to make this a contraction? Didn't. D-I-N-D in apostrophe T. Okay. It is hot out there today? What is my contraction? It is. All right, so how do I do that? IT apostrophe S. Now, this one can be tricky. IT apostrophe S is it is. Okay? Now, generally when we show possession, we have to have an apostrophe S. Okay? But with it, we don't have to have an apostrophe S for possession. Okay? So for possession on it, it's just going to be it. And this equals possession. All right, no apostrophe needed. This is a special circumstance, okay? This is just one of those rules for grammar that you have to know. All right, number 7. Oh, these. You would not like these. I promise you. All right, what is our contraction? Would not. And how do we make a contraction out of would and not? Wouldn't. So W O U L D N apostrophe T. All right, I would be happy to give you a cookie, but they are all gone. They are. How do you make the contraction they are? THEY apostrophe RE. Now, this is going to give me a chance to talk about something else. THEIR equals what? It's there, but it's talking about people. All right, this is possession or belonging to. Okay? All right, now if I type in THERE, I'm talking about a place. Okay, so there are 3 types of there. You have THERE, a place. These are called commonly misused words. Commonly misused words. Okay? There, and there. They are is a contraction. THEIR is specific to people and possession. THERE is a place. All right, wordplay just for fun. Fixer, rooter. How many words can you think of that have the same prefix, suffix, or root as the multi-symbolic word below. Benevolent. I'm going to let you use your Google for this. Okay. How many words can you think of that have the same prefix, suffix, or root word? Okay, so here's what I want to do here is prefix. Okay. All right, it is to add something at the beginning as a prefix or introduction. I feel like y'all have kind of been struggling with this on Moby Max a little anyways. Huh? Okay. Prefix comes at the beginning. So I'm going to put a star here. All right, comes at the beginning. Suffix. Okay. It is a morpheme added at the end of a word to form a derivative meaning. All right, examples. Action. FYING or ITIS. Okay, so these are just some examples. So, we'll look up some examples. Okay. The next thing I want to talk about is a root word. All right. A root word is a word that forms the basis of new words by adding prefixes or suffixes. It is the most basic part of any word. Okay. So look up the word benevolent on your phone. I mean, not on your phone. I'm sorry, on your computer. Benevolent. BENEVOLENT. All right, the prefix BANE. All right, the prefix BENE means good and well. All right, some other words are going to be benefit, beneficial, benediction. Does this help make it? Like, does this make any sense to y'all?
Nope.
All right, the prefix. Add something at the beginning as a prefix or introduction. Comes at the beginning. Ben. All right, so here is, if you look at this word, benevolent, there is your prefix. It is something good. Okay, good, well. So benefit, beneficial, benediction. All right, are we good on this? Okay, so once you finish this, you can click. First of all, do not click turn in. Go up here and write your name on your paper or type your name on your paper. So I will know whose it is. Okay. Once you get your name typed in, you can click turn in, turn in.
Where did we put our name?
Just up at the top. Oh, it needs to be on, I guess, the very top, but wherever you get it, as long as I know it's yours somewhere. Okay. All right, you have to click turn in, and then you have to click submit. All right, turn in, submit. Now, if you did everything that I did and you answered it, what should that be? An easy what? An easy 100. Okay, I want you to go back to week 5 and go to Thursday, February the 3rd. All right, now we're going to click on this. TG stands for the giver. Okay? Huh? Are you kidding me? Okay. Now you should be able to click on assignment and my document. All right, click on my document.
Oh my, not refused.
What? Okay, so the giver.
This is the most boring book of all time.
Shh, listen.
I've never read the second grade and had to do a book report on it. I would
All right, before we do anything else, okay?
Somebody's calling me.
Hello. Yeah, he's already here. Okay. We can. Somebody else would have to go in my place. Okay. All right, you're welcome. Leave one. Yeah. Okay. Bye. All right, so we're gonna watch this quick little video. Shh.
Designed by experts for each stage of your child's development. We link brain science and the Montessori philosophy to the way you play. Every 2 to 3 months, a play kit is delivered to your home that's matched to your child's age and what they're hungry to learn. We've done all the research so you don't have to. Take the guesswork out of guiding your child's learning.
Yeah,
Visit
bring that
Love Every
speaker
Young
over
Mind
here.
to learn more.
Or turn that. Yeah, turn that on.
Utopia is becoming dystopia.
All right, listen.
Wherever you live, it's far from perfect. You might have too much traffic or excessive pollution. Or the most fun place to hang out in your neighborhood might be the bingo and cross-stitch hut.
Well, it's better to die.
Or you might live in a place with real problems, like persecution based on race or religion, or there's just a whole lot of war going on around you. Well, what if there was a perfect city, a utopia, no traffic, awesome neighborhoods, a place where everybody is beautiful and always young. People of every race and religion get along. There'd be no war, just peace and happiness for everyone. Perfection, right? Wait, there's no traffic because no one has a car. What if we want to leave?
I go donkey away.
Well, sure, it's got awesome hangouts, but we're kind of tired of just hanging out.
Let's just get some fresh air.
What if they bulldozed all the parks to make room for the movie theater, the bowling alley, the Cantonese Greek fusion restaurant, and hibachi? What if the powers that be went even further to make society perfect?
Hunger Games, anyone?
What if everyone had to wear the same perfect clothes?
Nice shirt, loser.
What if there's no race conflict because only one race is allowed?
Hey,
And what if there's no conflict between people of different religions because the government allows only one religion?
Oh, may the Lord Hibachi bless you.
What if there's no war because there's only one government that controls every iota of every person's life? Well, something is seriously wrong with this picture, yeah, you know. We're beginning to think this place isn't a utopia at all. Maybe something's rotten under all the apparent perfection. There must be a word for such a place. Oh yeah, it's called dystopia. It's not perfect, it's controlling and oppressive. And in the end, the line between utopia and dystopia might be a whole lot finer than you'd think. And suddenly we might realize that there may have been better, though more complicated, answers to the world's problems. And maybe deep inside, we might just miss the bingo and cross stitch hut. That is, if the powers that be haven't had our memories.
Oh. Okay. All right. So, what we're going to do is, all right, the giver, utopia mind map. Okay, utopia is a word that represents a perfect society where people live in near perfect conditions without the problems that generally exist in our world. Utopia. The tornadoes don't exist. Okay? Sounds great, right?
No, it does not.
All right, actually, utopian societies exist more in fictional literature than in real life. A writer named Sir Thomas More first used the word utopia in 1516 when he wrote a book about a utopian island in the Atlantic Ocean. The idea of a utopian society is also present in Lois Lowry's The Giver. All right, so the directions for this assignment that you are about to do. If you could create your own utopia, okay, if you could create your own perfect world, what would it be like? Complete the mind map using specific details. Use bullets. Come up with a name for your utopia. What would you name your perfect world? Okay, and be sure to complete the 5 most important rules section. Be ready to share your ideas with the class. All right, here we go. So this is your map. All right, and it says for you to click here to type. All right, so your perfect world, okay? You've got to think about what you would want in your perfect world. Okay? No, nothing is not an option. All right, listen.
What are you doing?
All right, so in my perfect world, I would probably name mine maybe just Brit's World. I'm kind of simple. Okay. My what? Oh.
And I found Coach Jason's It's bad.
All right, so jobs and money system. All right, in my world,
I would make everybody work for like a big time company, and everything's perfect.
all right, everyone would earn money based off their education.
What?
Okay.
I wouldn't be getting
All right.
I feel like I don't need to.
What type of car would I have in my perfect world?
A Lamborghini.
I have always wanted a Tahoe. Or right now,
You said a dirty word.
Or right now, my other thing that I really want is a Jeep Wagoneer.
What the heck is that?
Okay.
Oh, them things are ugly.
For food production and supply, listen.
McDonald's every day of the week.
In my utopia, I would probably have a live-in chef. and a live-in chef that goes grocery shopping. Okay, that goes grocery shopping,
I just hired Gordon
puts
Ramsay.
up the groceries, prepares all meals, and does all dishes. Oh my gosh, I would be so lazy. Okay, families and housing.
I would have Gordon Ramsay come to my house and cook for me.
All right, families and housing. I would listen. I would have all the furniture that I wanted.
What kind of life are you living?
Okay, I would have all the furniture that I wanted. And instead of having someone clean my house every week, I would have a live-in maid.
A living maid. How big is this house you got going on? You got about
Okay.
30,000 square foot house.
They would clean daily and do my laundry every single day. Okay.
TikTok?
All right, school is the most important thing.
No.
All right, school. It would start at 10 and end at 4.
What are you talking about? Oh, buddy, I wouldn't go to school, period.
All right, start at 10 and end at 4.
Here, you want to hear my life story? 6 hours of school. No, this is a perfect world. There's no quarantine. No corona, no the flu, nothing like that. No stomach bug, nothing.
Oh, can you imagine what life would be like without a virus?
Oh,
Like
my.
without a stomach virus?
James would be doing pretty good.
Okay, so listen right now. You are thinking about what your perfect world would be like. Okay, you are thinking, Blaze.
Did you just say autistic?
All right, we're not talking right now. We're working. All right, and then on the next slide, listen, on the next slide, you have to create your own rules and your own rules and your own laws for living in your utopia world. Okay? So you're going to eliminate your world's problems and everyone is happy and safe. Okay? So I want you to type in the rules that we have to live by in your world. Like, I cannot wait to see what y'all come up
Are
with.
you in my world?
I don't know. I don't know if I want to be in it.
Miss Willis should be banned from teaching. Yes. Because you always get me in trouble every day. Always picking on me and Jace. And Blaze. Every day.
DRC requesting it ISS.
True or not true?
I've never said ISS, but whatever.
Break detention.
Yeah, you said no.
How many times have you actually gone to break detention? Okay. So do you want to keep talking about
If you
it?
don't care. No, you be good. That was from Miss Harris. She made me house.
All right. So right now, I need for you to stop talking, and you are working.
Does everybody have to be safe and happy? Or can it be like World War III? You can do whatever you want. Here's a one. No cop, no stop. No cop, no stop.
That's a lot.
Why make yours so small, Miss Willis?
I don't know what I have done.
Buddy, you can't even see that. Everyone has to give Reed money.
I hit out money.
Fucking money.
I had 25 minutes.
Put it on the floor. Everybody has to give me money, Miss Willis. Yeah, that's the rent money.
How much? Are you $40?
Yeah. No, I'm giving them $1 million. So they gotta give me $1 million.
So you're just gonna have money?
No, listen. They get $1 million a day, right? And I only get $1 million a month for rent.
Why?
So say there's
Oh, shoot.
say there's 100,000 people living in my house.
And they're richer than you.
What?